dreams in shades of blue. Through the jewels one by one, cross-stitch patterns we've begun. Laughter fills the room with cheer, creating joy when you are near. Through the jewels one by one, cross-stitch patterns we've begun. Laughter fills the room with cheer, creating joy when you are near. Last we love our golden thread, crossed and matching, never dead. Wip&Chat with hearts so light, girls together, what a sight. Scissors cut the threads just right, every stitch a shining light. Tangled yarn and giggles too, this is where our friendship grew. Last string of our golden thread, crossed and matching, never dead. Wip&Chat with hearts so light, girls together, what a sight. Scissors cut the threads just right, every stitch a shining light. Tangled yarn and giggles too, this is where our friendship grew. Last string of our golden thread, crossed and matching, never dead. Wip&Chat with hearts so light, girls together, what a sight. Every moment captured live, in this corner we all thrive. Fingers working on the art, sisters bonded heart to heart.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How is everybody doing today? Oh, first we got to do our disclaimer. Amanda, take it away.
If you are under the age of 18, please get out. I'm only going to say it once. I have 5 doors to my basement, off to my right. Hide behind one of them until we are done. Because we don't know what talks are going to be said from A to Z. You know, we go everywhere.
Exactly.
Also, hi,
That we
Steven.
do.
Hi, Steven.
And I know you're
you
watching
doing?
and
How are
listening
you?
to us while you're working.
Oh, he's working.
Yeah, he works from home.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
That's why he can always watch us on Tuesdays.
Ah. I see.
Yep.
Hey, what's a quick way to get diamond dots to be flat fast? Like I just unwrapped one and I want to start it, but it's still like bent.
So you can roll it backwards.
Yep, I was going to say roll it backwards. That's my number one. Like if I want to do it right away. Yep, that's mine.
I also bought, I don't know where my big one is, but I bought these off of Amazon for like $5.
Oh yeah, I have one of those.
So when you're pulling off the top layer,
Mhm.
the cover, you can scrape it, and as you're scraping it, it'll flatten it out. I had to do that with one that I did last year for a Christmas gift for somebody. So if you
Or
just
you can
constantly just
lay
push
My
it,
husband's like, why don't you just take a rolling pin to it?
Or you could do that.
rolling pin is more good if you want the diamonds to stick. People do
Yeah.
rolling pins to push the diamonds in the glue.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny that you say that because like the diamond dot kit, like when you buy the attachments and like stuff, it
Mm.
came with a roller, a little red roller thingy.
Oh,
Where'd
cool.
mine
Yeah.
go?
See, I
Yeah,
don't have an
exactly like
attachment.
for
I don't have an
diamond. Yeah.
attachment for mine, but like I have a separate roller. But my friend that literally, I think it's funny. We're getting people, but I got another one of my girls that I talk to on a daily basis. I got her into doing diamond dotting, and she's slowly getting all the different all the different things.
Yeah, I think like a while back when I bought like the when I bought my first light bar, it came with like a bunch of stuff like the thing
Yeah.
that Amanda just showed.
Yeah.
It came with
Yeah.
like one of those. It came with like a roller and like extra pens and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I did that with my the pen that I'm using today, like my purple pen, because it's completely it's a resin pen, but the tools and the wax all were purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. I've only ever had the pink wax. I've never had purple.
I've had purple, blue, and the red. The red is the worst.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will tell you, if you ever get the red, don't use it. I just literally throw it away because it
You
doesn't
can get
work.
purple anywhere, even off of the.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can order purple ones anywhere. They can actually, you can get sets of, even without having to get tools with it. But shit, even this whole set that I paid for, I paid less than $5 for the
On
pen.
Temu.
Yeah,
Oh, that's not bad.
The pen, and it's a stainless steel too, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to order some wax stuffy. What do you call it?
Yeah.
I'm almost out.
Yep, I have, and then my with this painting, I ended up getting blue wax.
There you go.
Mhm.
Here's my bag of wax.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Jen, I have tons of
Oh,
those.
maybe when we come get you on Friday,
Yeah.
I'll steal some from you.
So this
Yeah.
one was from Diamond Art Club.
Yeah,
Little
I
heart.
have those too.
I was telling my friend because she's like, well, I thought it was cool. She's like, I bought a package of wax, and I'm like, yeah, but wax lasts for a long time.
I have purple wax. I've got blue wax. I got red wax.
Yep,
I got-
and the pink wax.
I just lost a heart.
And if you didn't realize, there is actually for different clubs and on Amazon, you can order smelly good wax.
Yes, putty.
Oh.
It's called putty.
Here you
Oh.
go. I have this one.
Yep, I have that one. I have this one, cotton candy blue.
I've got this one by Creations Morin, who actually released 6 more different putty scents.
Nice.
And I got all these.
I have a lot.
Yeah.
And it lasts
Me-
forever.
Me and Amanda both got a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But it's different. Putty is different when you're working with it than wax. It is much different.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
It's more sticky.
So,
Yeah, it's more sticky.
But you also
so
have
it's
to be
harder to get the
careful.
gems off.
No,
No.
it's easier. The only part that makes me nervous about it is
It sticks on
when
your
you're
canvas.
doing the ABs, because it could take off the coating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you. That would make me mad.
So
Yeah.
but with ABs I always use tweezers no matter what.
Gotcha.
Even if
I
I'm
use-
using regular wax.
Yeah, I use regular wax. Or
Yeah, I
no,
was
no,
gonna
no,
say-
sorry. I use
Could be me.
like this kind of type of pen.
Yeah.
It's like wax. But on a
See,
pen.
I wondered about those. I thought about that getting. I didn't know about. I was wondering.
That's
about
what I
those.
used.
haven't got-
That's what I
nice.
use.
I'm
And
using
it
my
doesn't-
little.
It doesn't
like-
peel off the coating or nothing.
Yeah. See, I like the pen I'm using because like. I don't need, like you're saying, I don't use my wax very often, but
Mhm.
it's sticky enough that I'm constantly using it, and even for the nice beads, it just, yeah.
Yeah. It also matters too if the diamonds are dusty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because they sit in this storage for so long, or the
Yeah,
warehouse for
true.
so long.
Which is probably why, like, I've noticed when I've opened packages and my tray has a whole bunch of little specks of different stuff in it.
Yeah, yeah. It's dust and
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
other.
Yeah.
It's just from the warehouse.
Yeah.
And I haven't told her yet, but if the thing too is you're always gonna come across some weird ass diamonds too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
That's why I
like
have this. It's my trash
Yeah.
bin.
Yep.
I was keeping mine for a minute, but like I'm like,
I-
yeah, no. But like some of them like deformed. Now my ones that are the AB diamonds with this one, and they
Mhm.
were funky. I've actually kept them because I'll just use them for my scrapbooking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Hey, Belle. Thank you for coming again. Nice
Hey,
to
Belle.
see you.
Oh, thank you, ladies, for giving me suggestions about how to deal with Sierra's cradle cap. All the tips that you guys gave me about brushing it out, it worked wonders. So thank you.
Yay!
Yeah, that's awesome. I was gonna say
Yeah,
it just
looks much
my
better.
daughter was my daughter was the only one out of all my kids, and she had hair, so it was a pain in the butt, and I was like, my mom was
Yeah,
like, here, just put baby oil on and do it like this.
and I think it's because like Dominic didn't have a lot of hair, so he didn't have so much
Yeah.
cradle cap. But because
Yep.
she had a full head of hair, there was so
Yeah.
much.
Did you?
Yeah.
And it does. It seems to the kids that are born with a lot of hair end up getting the cradle
Have
cap
it the
way
worst,
easier.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I could say that, but I did not have that with William, and William was even born with a rat tail.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Like she had a lot of it, but it's starting to clear up now, which is great.
Awesome.
Did you have heartburn really bad with her?
No, which is weird.
No.
You're lucky. Like my two kids, my two youngest two, I had bad heartburn, and of course they both come out with full head of hair. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
had no heartburn with William.
I
Yeah, I
had
don't
bad,
think my mom had with me, but I had a full set of hair. I know that.
I have to say, I love the name William. That's my dad's middle name, and he's passed. If I would have had another boy, I would have I probably would have used William.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William was the
Very
name
popular
of,
name.
well, Ray takes it as Will Smith, but it's not. So William was the name of a fiance of mine that passed away.
Yeah.
He was
Aw.
also my best friend throughout high school.
Oh wow.
And I told Corey, I'm like, I'm sorry, but the two boy names that I have picked out are William and Tristan because they were my best friends throughout high school, and I want to honor
Right.
them, regardless of
Right.
me being engaged to one of them.
Right. Right.
And then he was fine with that as long as he could have Corey's middle names, because
Oh, yeah.
in his family's tradition is that the firstborn male gets the middle names Arthur Theodore.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So my son has a very royal British name,
Oh,
despite
nice.
being half Italian.
You know,
wow.
I think
That's
that
funny.
is like that's something like my middle son is the only one. He has two middle names. So
I only have one.
yeah, so he's got a long ass name. Unfortunately, it's Alexander James Truman. He has my my mom's dad's middle name. But
Oh,
I know
wow.
what you're talking about with that, because on my father's side of the family, as
shortbread.
far as back as you can go, all the oldest male in the family has the middle name Marshall, and even my
Oh, wow.
brother, it passed all the way down to my brother's child. Devin has Marshall, but I don't see it going. I don't see Devin. It's probably going to die because he doesn't have nothing to do with my brother, and yeah, so
Mm.
that the Marshall will probably end with him, unfortunately.
Well,
Well, my brother used William for my firstborn nephew, so because he's Hunter William.
Aw,
So
your
we
name.
did. Somebody got to use it, so that's good.
yeah. Well, on the Italian side, in regards to first or even middle names, it's usually named after the grandparents. And I
Yeah.
told Corey, I go, we're not naming our son or our daughter Savannah or Salvatore. I'm sorry, just
Oh, did you?
no, no.
That's funny.
No.
Well, thanks to that tradition, there's like 7 Franks in my family. There's like 6 Dominics in my family.
Damn.
How many Nicks are in my family? One too many. Same with Carlo,
It's
because
it's
everybody
funny
does
because
that
like
tradition.
Yeah.
Dominic, like when I chose my son's name, Dominic, people were like, "Oh, is that like Spanish? Like, what is that?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's just what I picked out of the baby book." Because he was baby,
Right.
he had, like I didn't have a name for him because I just couldn't think of a name.
Right.
Yeah, my oldest was like that. I couldn't think out a name for him at all. I had my girl name pick out before I had his name picked out.
I know,
So
like
when
I
I
was like, boy
eventually
names are
had my
hard.
girl, I
Yeah.
just named her what I already picked out.
Yeah, it's funny because like Ash Chantel, like I was so convinced that I was gonna have another boy. So when I found out that she was a girl, I was like, "Oh, okay. What do I name her?"
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
I was so convinced. I'm like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be another boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corey and I
Surprise!
have girl names and boy names picked out if we ever
Yeah.
decide to have another one.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I could have one.
Sometimes I wish
Okay.
I could have one, but sometimes I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You're like,
I'm
no,
good- I'm good with-
I like my time to myself.
I like that I can give them back.
Yeah.
I'll take
And I
them
was the
for
same
like
way when
an hour or two and stuff. I'll watch them and stuff, but I don't know if my nerves could do it.
Well, I was gonna say, and you
it's
know,
definitely not easy.
No,
it isn't. But you know,
No.
I have said even with like my issues, if it wasn't for my kids, I know for a
Right.
fact I wouldn't be here because it
Mhm.
just it gave me a purpose to
Right.
be better and whatnot, you know.
Right.
Made me for real focus for real what I had to do to be a mom. You know,
Mhm.
that's one thing that I have said because I'm an Aries, but
Mhm.
I am not the leader type. I'm just not. I don't like
Right.
being that role. The only time
Right.
I've ever played a leader role in my life at all is being a mom. That's
Right. Right.
it. That's it.
Mhm.
I'm not the one to go take a job because a lot of Aries do. They like being in charge. I don't.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Maggie's an Aries and she loves being in charge.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of Aries do. That is like a prominent thing with Aries, but it's never been that way with me.
What birth month is Aries?
April.
April.
March,
Thank you.
April.
I had to think for a minute there. I was like, what is that?
March and
The
April.
last week of March and then April. Yep.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like March
because
21st until April
my brother
25th.
is April 4th, so I don't think he makes a cut for that.
No,
Yeah,
Or
he's
does
an
he?
Aries. He's an
He's an
Aries.
Oh,
Aries.
is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maggie's
So
on the 19th and she's an
So then
Aries.
what is Sierra? She was born June 12th.
is that Gemini?
Uh,
I'm looking it up.
I'm curious
Okay.
now.
Amanda's looking it up.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Gemini.
Gemini.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's
Oh, hi.
like my mom.
Oh, Gemini, like the twin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The girls.
My mom's a Gemini.
I'm a
So-
Taurus.
My mom and
I'm a
my
Capricorn.
father were
Jacob's a Scorpio. Maggie's an Aries.
Yes. I'm a
Nice.
Capricorn.
I
True and
have
true.
Alex?
I have an Aries because my boys like literally
Okay.
after me. So I have an Aries, I have a Pisces, and I have a Scorpio.
Mom was a Pisces.
Oh, was
Yeah,
she?
my daughter's a Pisces. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
a
a
Taurus.
Virgo.
Corey's a
Virgo.
Virgo. William is a Leo. Because
My dad's
apparently,
a Leo. Apparently, what?
Alex is a Aquarius, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
January.
Yeah, that's what my husband is.
yeah, Aquarius.
Yeah.
Aquarius. And then Dominic
I'm
is March, so that would be
March what?
is 29.
29.
He's an
Yeah,
Aries.
he's an Aries. Yep.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, so many different ones.
It's not.
Yeah.
What?
I still laugh at the fact
Mm.
that two
I know.
Earth-
I started early. I started earlier today, New.
that's
So we
because of
could
me.
go a little bit longer.
I'm
So we
gonna
could
say
go a
with
little
that
bit
too,
longer.
and then I was like, when we got Amanda up here, we go with what Amanda can do.
Yeah, she has a
Sorry.
kid. She has a kiddo, so
I have to go pick
Yeah.
him up. I have to be at the school for 2:50. So I leave at about 2:40.
yeah, I know. Way
Is-
earlier. I know.
Is it a 10.6 by 13.8, a small one?
A small cross stitch.
No, diamond dot.
Does it say centimeters on it?
No, it goes by inches.
Okay,
Then-
it's what by what by what?
10.6 by 13.8.
Oh yeah, that's
That's-
small.
That's very
It is-
small.
That's
Okay.
small.
13.
That's
I'm gonna get a
small.
smaller one for Jacob because he's doing these really itty bitty ones from Dollar Tree. I just kind of want to
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The only thing is like
A 20
Shannon and
by
I both have
20.
said the only thing like is like for
Well,
me
he's a-
because I like doing Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. If you're gonna do stuff like that, you don't want the smaller because it doesn't the details.
Oh, that's a
look
lot
better.
of black.
Yeah, that's a lot of black.
Ah, you don't have
That's a
one color.
yeah. That's true. There
so-
would be more than one type of black in there.
It's about this size. Sparkle.
Look,
Yeah.
Oh my
It's a
goodness.
little bit smaller.
That's
than-
cute. I like that. That is so cute. She's
Okay.
got a
This
little
is a
mouse.
this is a 30 by 40, so it's a bit smaller than this.
yeah.
It
a
would
bit
be
smaller.
like my lighthouse. Like my lighthouse I have is a 20 by
It's a bit
what
bigger
was
than that.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but it was a small that's the smallest one
20 by
I've got
20.
but I got it free. So
Hey, Eric,
hey Derek.
how's it going?
Oh God, Fred Flintstone's here.
Bro. Hey
Who's-
short fry,
who's
sorry, I
Fred?
didn't see you all.
oh,
Derek looks exactly
call
like
him-
Fred.
yeah, he looks
Huh?
like Fred Flintstone. So we call him
Derek?
Fred.
Yeah, Derek. He looks exactly like Fred Flintstone from the Flintstones. So that's why I was called Fred Flintstone. That's my nickname to him since day one I met him.
Yeah.
Like the cartoon one or the
No.
live action?
Just working your
No,
butt
the
off.
part-
Well, that's typical. You're always working, Derek.
The cartoon one.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Just confirming that.
yeah.
Have to be able to visualize it, okay?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's the cartoon.
Nah, he says yabba dabba doo.
Ooh,
Uh,
look at
Yeah,
this.
that
Jen.
Oh,
that's
look at that
pretty.
one, Jen.
Well, where are you looking?
Oh my god, I want that.
At Walmart?
Yeah.
That's cute.
No, Walmart.
That's
No,
very
cool.
pretty.
That
It
is
is.
pretty.
Man.
Jen would like that one.
hmm
Anything Beauty and the Beast.
Me too.
I will take it. I want it.
Yep. She is.
I
she's
find like
obsessed.
anything, like even if it's like a Beauty and the Beast pencil case, I'm like, I want it.
That one is
I have a.
by 16 or 1620.
I have an obsession.
Say that again,
That's
Sparkle.
not bad.
The smallest one is 12 by 16.
Okay,
12 by 16. Okay, that's not bad.
that's
No,
that's
or
a
you
good
get a
size.
16 by 20, or you can get a 16 by 24.
Mhm.
So
But obviously, it goes up in price with the bigger you get.
Right.
yeah, the bigger you get, the
The price
Oh
of it.
my goodness.
He said, "You look like Dino."
Ah, he does not look like Dino.
She's purple. He said, "Because Dino was purple."
Yeah, and I'm gonna run over
I'm gonna run over your ass. Yep.
full of energy.
Dino.
Yabba dabba doo.
You know what Dominic said to me? He's like, "Can we all go as the Ghostbusters next year for Halloween?" I was like, "What?"
Oh, that would be so
Yes.
cool.
Dress up Sierra like the ghost. Oh my god. that'd be
Yeah, like the little
Yeah.
ghost, and then like
The little
yeah.
green ghost. Yeah. The little green blob.
She's smiling at me because she knows that she just shit herself. you know, like that smile, like,
Yeah.
haha.
yeah.
I
You gotta
just
clean.
pooped.
Like, haha, you gotta clean me.
Pretty much. I was like, you little shit.
Yeah, he's like, hee hee.
Oh my goodness, child.
I just pooped. And you have
That's why
to
she got all-
change
She got all quiet, and then I smelt it. Hey, I was like, oh.
me.
Yeah, Mom. Gotta do my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sparkle, that was like the one that I bought Rain. So I specifically asked her what size does she want because we did not want that small.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
fun. I don't want to go overboard because it's just starting. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Start small.
and he has fine motor skills. So it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Well, no, I was just saying that because I have found doing anything with Jack, and if you don't get it big enough, it don't look right.
You know what you might like to get? Where did they go? Where did I put them? Up here. I don't know if you shop on Temu.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to download.
But you could get small ones like this
Yeah.
Oh
Off the canvas. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
off the
coasters.
canvas. So these are coasters. They're all different butterflies.
Yeah, let me
You
go
can
over there.
get-
I downloaded it. I was waiting for it to open up.
You can get coasters. You can get keychains. You can get.
So
Yeah.
it's because if you're trying to get a spine motor just a little bit better, and then it comes with these diamonds. So they're specialty diamonds.
Yeah. Okay.
The coasters are fun to do.
Yeah, you can, if he likes something specific, you can get like horror themed.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much.
You can get matching ones where they literally connect and they make an image.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a Maggie would like doing something like this way, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't forget Maggie. You know, she.
Yeah.
Nah.
can't
Her
forget
brother
Maggie.
is doing diamond dots now.
You would, Derek. You would get a pink tutu and a Mickey Mouse ears and doing a rendition of Cheech and Chong. Oh my God, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Own car.
Ah.
I remember my very first diamond dot. I didn't know what size to order, and I ordered like the biggest one.
That
Oh,
too.
you did
It was
too?
huge.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's-
oh man.
Yeah.
I'm glad
You
I'm
did
not
the
the
same
only
thing I
one.
did.
I did the
No.
same thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh god. And it took me months.
Yeah, it
I
did
did a
me
40
too.
by 40 and it took me months too.
You
I
got
was like, this is gonna take
Here's
me
my
forever.
first one I ever did.
Oh wow! Here it was a big one too.
It was.
Yeah.
If I can
Yeah,
zoom in, it
Yeah,
was an 80 by
I just
40.
80
Yeah, I
by
just
40.
got one, and mine. I forget. Mine is a. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's a big one. It's like.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember it either, but it was one of the bigger ones.
Oh wow!
Ones,
Look at that one.
and it's
Yeah,
it was
is
almost
that the
as
brigade?
This was
Nice.
no, this is a knockoff one from Randall
Oh.
Spangler that I got from Shop Any Deals. This is a 90 by 30. If I had
wow.
bought it from Diamond Art Club, it would be bigger.
It would have been bigger, yeah.
It would have been bigger.
Yeah.
There's that one, and then I did.
Holy talkative lady over there.
This is a 90 by 40, 95 by 45.
Oh wow.
I don't know how to do small.
No, I don't know how to do small either. I really
Here's a
don't.
Jack and Sally that was a 30 by 40.
Not anymore. I don't know. I can
Nice.
barely do 30 by 40s. I'm like, this is too small.
And then I did this one, which was a 50 by 70.
Wow. Oh, Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it's in my bedroom.
No, that's super cute.
Kind of wish I had gotten this one bigger.
Ah,
Harry Potter
yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm. I did a Harry Potter one. That was fucking hard. I don't do well with dark colors. Like, I do well with bright colors. I don't know why.
because it makes you in the mood. It
Yeah,
changes your
just-
mood.
It brightens things up
No.
for me. Oh, that one's cute.
I was gonna say, and I know how have you how is the one for your dad going?
It's already done, and I gave it to him already.
Oh, you did. Nice. I
Mhm.
didn't even
Yep.
you didn't think you got it done. Nice.
Yep, I got it done, and he has it hanging in his room right now. Hey, GT,
Hey Nate,
How's it
good to see
going?
you.
good to see you.
Hi, GT.
Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I'm gonna post the link again if anybody wants to come up and just hang out. You are more than welcome. Both in Rain's chat and in mine. You are more than welcome to come on up.
Yeah, Steven's at work, so he's not going to come up.
No, yeah.
He's just sitting there listening while he does his work.
Mm.
Oh shit, sorry.
You're good.
What is going on, Sierra?
She's talking and talking and
Yeah,
talking.
she is.
She's screaming at her Pooh Bear.
Talking to it.
Yeah,
She's got it like
talking to
shoved. She's like eating its nose and like screaming at it.
it.
Baby, you're supposed to taste good.
Why don't you taste good?
Yeah, what is happening?
I love her so much. Indeed. Yes, that's Derek.
Steven, I'm going to bite you, I swear to God, with your monosyllables.
Indeed.
And he knows it, too.
Bite me. He's probably like, oh, I might like it.
That's why he keeps doing it.
Oh, that's funny.
But right now, he doesn't want to get infected, so I will be nice and
Yeah.
not bite him.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the new thing that people are doing? Like they're putting bite marks on their partners and getting tattoos of them.
Wait,
Yeah.
why is that a thing? Why? Why is that a thing?
I
Why?
have no idea. I was like, what the fuck?
Because they're
You're just
idiots.
stuck with their bite mark on you. Like, what if you break up? Like, it's just like, how do you explain that to somebody?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like getting a name. You never ever get a
Right?
name.
Like,
Never
that's
get your
just so weird.
boyfriend or your spouse's
Super
name. Your
weird.
children is
No.
different.
Children
Yeah,
are
your
different.
children are different.
you know
Children and
what?
parents.
You
and-
couldn't tell my mom that.
Of course.
My mom was like, because I was like, I was like, since about getting the kids' name, and she's like, why would you do that? I'm like, because they're my kids and they'll be my kids forever. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
That's not going to change. It's not a
Mhm.
man's name. Like, that's different.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
no
know, your
kidding.
spouse is not your boyfriend. It's not your
Mhm.
girlfriend. It's just these are my children. They're stuck with me.
Yeah, I might want to say what I was saying. I'm
Exactly.
stuck with we're stuck with our children no matter what.
No
That's
matter what. Yep.
yeah, like. And the same
Yeah.
with my grandchildren. Like, I want to get a remembrance tattoo for my grandbaby.
Mhm. Yeah, I still want to get a dove, an outline of a dove for Mom. I gotta
Yeah.
save up for that.
Yep, because tattoos
Yeah.
are not cheap.
No, they're not, unfortunately.
I know this because my left arm cost me over $1,300.
Woo.
Holy moly.
Geez.
I have my whole arm done.
Mhm.
I wonder what's like the most painful spot to get tattooed.
The foot.
Back,
The foot?
Foot.
the lower
No
back.
thanks.
No, I'm telling you right now, the top of your foot.
Oh,
I did
yeah,
it.
that hurts. I've heard that
I did a
hurts.
20-minute tattoo that hurts worse than childbirth and my back. Because I have my back.
There you
too.
go. Yeah, see, no.
Damn.
That's a
No.
sensitive part. And I've also heard my friend got hers on her ankle, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not a
Yeah,
place
mine's
for
right
me.
by
Because
the ankle.
I have a
Yeah, no.
sensitive. My ankles are always sensitive, so like that would definitely not be me. Because I have like my best friend and I, when growing up, she's got the same tattoo as I do of Eeyore, but her Eeyore is on her ankle, and I got mine on my arm.
Where is it?
Mhm.
No,
See, yeah, me and Jen got our friendship tattoos on our chest
Chest.
area.
Yeah.
And man, when it got to the top area of the
Yeah, by the
chest,
collarbone.
by the collarbone, I'm like,
That
oh dear
hurt.
Jesus God, oh dear Jesus
Oh
God.
my god. Yeah.
I was
The
white
ass
knuckling that
cheeks.
chair. Oh my God.
That's Nate. That is your opinion. I'm just saying.
Ignore how swollen my Ignore how
What?
swollen my foot is. There's my tattoo.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So it
Nice.
starts right there and goes right
Oh.
across. Took 20 minutes to do, okay? 20 minutes.
Okay.
And I was
But it
was-
screaming in pain.
Oh
Mhm.
wow.
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Some people
Yeah.
like it. Like my mom's got a tattoo just right above her chest, so it's on her boob. But she actually said she liked it because she got a butterfly with a tiger's body inside of it, and she was one of the few people, like they say, some people either keep the white or don't keep it at all.
Mhm.
And her white and her tiger's still in her tattoo.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, mine is still white, but there's not a lot of white. So yeah, and mine.
Yeah, she got her
Baz-
tiger. Yeah, the tiger's face. I
Yeah.
still kind of think it's funny how like my mom's got.
like this one. Right
I've
here.
always wanted it because my mom's got it and her dad had it. It's love across her fingers.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then
don't.
she's
I
got.
don't like finger tattoos.
Well, and that's just something that like they
I
have
find-
because her.
To me.
Yeah, I know what you're
Um,
saying.
To me, it just looks ugly, and it makes you look like a gangster. And like I don't know, just to me, it doesn't.
Just
look-
depends on what it is. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it depends. Like if you get like, I don't know, your name across your like if
Yeah,
I
I
put
get-
dot
yeah,
on my
exactly.
name on my knuckles or Shan
my,
or Shanny or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I was gonna say, the only like I can say like when people get dead in tattoos, but like I will say like
Mini
my
hearts
favorite.
and stuff and all that. That's cute, yes. And
Cheers,
flowers
Mo.
and what.
Well,
Hey,
no,
Mo.
I was thinking of my favorite wrestler, Jeff Hardy. Now,
Mhm.
the roots of his tree go all the way down to his fingertips, and then it creeps
Oh,
up
that's
his
cool.
arm and goes all the way down his back and over his shoulder.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, something like that. It's different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's part of the way the tattoo is done. I can only imagine how that would hurt to have tattoos on your fingers, though.
Yes.
Same as it would with
That
the
would
foot.
hurt.
It's
The
the
same
same as
thing
the
with the foot.
foot. Because
The
this
same
is all
as the foot.
cartilage. This is all bone.
Yeah.
There's no fat
No
here.
fat. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Um,
that shit would hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I
one
was
of
like,
my
is this
sorry,
are
Ray.
no, it just I was thinking like what she said, like I don't like it at all, but those people that are completely tattooing themselves complete from head to toe, that's just ew.
Like, I don't mind sleeves because I want sleeves.
Yeah, that's
But-
different, but like
That's about it.
these
I want
people that are
sleeves,
just
that's
doing it to be in the world record. Oh, I got the most tattoos.
One of the guys in your comments, I'm not sure who it is, says he wants to get his sack pierced.
Oh
Ugh,
God.
Ugh.
Prince Albert.
Ew.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yep. Prince
Oh,
Albert.
That's
Should be home in a few hours. Oh, okay, Mo.
Nice. Oh, really, Derek? Really?
Also,
No,
Steven,
there's-
nom nom. He said, "Do it, I dare you," and then he patted me. So
Yep.
I nom nom nom.
Nom nom nom. She nom 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 you. Can't get away from it. No. It's live. It's recorded.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. GT.
He's used to my antics now. He's known me for 11 months.
Nate, you're funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say my favorite content creator. She has a honeycomb right here, Nim. I don't know how she did it. Don't know how she did it because it's as far down as
Wow.
I'll go.
Yeah, right there. That me too.
I was gonna
Me too.
say,
That's
and
exactly
I
how
don't-
far I went.
I would never, and I think those girls that get their thing pierced, fuck that, because you can lose your sensitivity down there. Fuck that.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Well, Shay doesn't care, but Shay has her nipples pierced, and I'm like, why?
I was gonna say I've had my nipples pierced, so I know that.
Why though? It's so. Ugh. It hurts, man.
And I didn't have thing. I actually had a friend who actually did it, so I didn't have to be like embarrassed or whatever. I had a friend who actually did my piercings. I don't have them.
Shan,
I didn't
Shan
have
Shan
them
watched
very
me
long.
get my tongue pierced.
Yeah, I was like, I almost threw up.
Nah.
I was like, Jen was like shocked, surprised, and that was it. And she was like, "What?" And I'm like, "What do you mean, what?"
No, thank you.
That was nasty. She's like, "Man."
No, the piercing itself didn't hurt. It was the healing after that sucked.
Yeah, I've heard that too. It's not the piercing itself; it's the healing of it. Yep, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
One would be a boom. A
Oh, the
boondock.
Boondock Saints prayer.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
That would be nice. That's a nice quote or prayer, if you want to. Yes, I have heard of it. I have read it.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, read it, seen it. Yep. It is a good movie. They chose good actors too.
Hmm.
That's always nice when they actually pick people, or when they actually do the correct kind of people to actually play the parts and whatnot for some of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot. An 8. Or no, I forgot a 9.
I have, well, Amanda has a lot more. She's the top queen of having tattoos, but I have, I have about 12 tattoos now. Or no, sorry, 10. I have 10. I have 10 tattoos.
Yeah.
I have my right foot, as you saw in the image, tattooed. My right calf, my right forearm, my right shoulder, my muscle, like my bicep, is
Mhm.
tattooed. My entire left arm is tattooed. That's
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
Like I said, she wins.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say
I have a
that
sleeve.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
she has
say
a sleeve.
our,
I only
our
have
two,
5.
I
Yeah.
only have one. I have one.
I want
Yeah.
to get my left calf tattooed just to match the right side. Will I get the top of my left foot tattooed? Absolutely not, because I'm never getting my foot touched up. So
Yeah. Nope.
She's
that's a
like, nope,
no-no.
I'm not doing that pain again.
Nope.
My back is not done yet. It's just 2 lovebirds sitting on a branch at the moment. So when Corey and I are done having kids, I'm getting a nest put underneath
Oh,
Aw.
with
nice.
however many babies that we have, and then all their names around it with their birth dates.
Oh,
That
that's
is
cool.
a nice piece. That
They
is gonna
haven't.
be a really
Obviously not Amanda because she just wants more kids. But has anybody
Yeah.
else in here had their tubes tied?
Me,
No.
I've had my tubes tied for almost 21 years. I had after I had
And
my third child. Yep, after I
is
had
it
my third child, I did.
is it like a hard? Is it a hard surgery to have, like to recover from, or is it not that bad?
Absolutely not. Like literally, I did my surgery was like literally a couple hours after I had her, and it's not
Oh,
like
okay.
I had the surgery done through my belly button, so I had
Yeah.
all the dissolvable stitch through my belly button,
Right.
and it
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
any worse than already, with everything. So
Okay, so I'm not too worried then.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, it really isn't. It's not like ever
Not
like
invasive anymore. Like
yeah,
it
it's not.
used to
Yeah, it's not like
No,
that
it's not
anymore.
as
Yep.
crazy.
be. No.
Yeah, I think that's what my doctor told me. I think he said that they'll just go through the belly button.
Yep.
Yep, and that's what they do nowadays is going through the belly button, and then literally the dissolvable stitches around in it. But for me, because for some reason I found out I was allergic to the dissolvable stitches, so I end up pulling a lot of that stitch out.
Oh, shoot, hey?
But when I did, I had told the doctor, and because I did a little bit when I had my surgery. I pulled a lot, not out, but when I had my back surgery and they did the same thing because I had staples and stitches, I ended up pulling a really long dissolvable stitch out of my back, and
Ugh.
and he
Ooh.
looked at it and he told me if I wouldn't have pulled it out when I did, I would have had an infection.
Oh wow.
Oh, no.
Yep. So it was a good thing that I pulled it out.
Yeah, no, if
Mhm.
Corey doesn't want any more kids, he can go get a vasectomy.
Yes.
I told Alex, but he's like, I don't want to go get that.
Yes,
yeah, but
absolutely.
unlike us, although they say it's not invasive, it's still invasive. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm,
It's not
mhm,
invasive for them. They literally go, they get snipped, and that's it. Plus,
mhm.
theirs
Yep.
is reversible. Ours is not.
Ours is
Yeah.
almost to the point where it's permanent now. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, it is permanent.
It
Yeah.
is permanent.
Well, it's not technically. It can be
Yeah.
because people who have had their tubes tied have had children. It has
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, like I've also heard of people
Very
getting
rare.
pregnant after a vasectomy too.
Well, yeah,
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 that.
you have to wait a week before having sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it
okay.
does. Yeah, you have to give it time to.
To actually
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's people who are, yeah, I got a vasectomy and let's jump into bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
Hello.
you have to
Oh,
give it time.
Oh,
Cheers. We can't stay long.
Hey,
I just wanted
Gamper.
to do a quick hit with you guys.
That's,
I love
All
your
right, that's
glasses.
cool.
cheers.
what's
I'm
going
just
on?
gonna,
She likes your glasses.
I'm gonna
Oh,
fawn
thank you.
over your glasses, okay?
Thank you. Yeah. My original pair broke, so I popped the lenses out of some sunglasses that I had, and that's what. These are.
Nice. I like that though, because the
Nice.
red suits you well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Marshawn, how's it going?
Hey, Marshawn.
Ricky.
Hi, Marshawn.
Cheers.
Hey,
Where
Ronnie.
where's GamPro from?
Our
From
422 channel. Yeah.
I'm from New York.
New York.
From
There
New
you go.
York?
New York. You said New York.
If that's what you meant, I'm not sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah.
The diamond dots are looking great across the board.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm excited to get this one done and out of the way now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, me
am
too.
now. I'm now officially halfway done with my painting. I am now starting
Yay.
the next half.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm almost halfway done too. I think I have like two more panels.
I have
maybe.
6 after this.
Ah,
Nice. Well, it's looking great.
thank
all
you.
of it.
Thank you.
Such a fun process to watch, especially as a stoner. Because like, I'm used to this, right? Like we could watch paint dry and be like, "This is awesome," you know. But then,
Right.
I'm not saying that this is boring. This is infinitely more interesting than watching paint dry. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right. A lot of
Well-
people, Diamond Dot, do like SMR videos
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
people just like that sound.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
It is
they
kind
do.
of a satisfying sound.
It kind of
In a
is
strange
like,
way.
especially when you use the ruler, you can hear when it snaps
Yeah,
into
the click.
place.
The clickingness. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just over these 4 colors.
Mhm.
823, 939, 791, and 792. They're
Yeah,
all blue.
I'm working with a lot of 939 too. That's the S's, and there's a lot of S's. But I'm like you said, trusting. Not only because I was like, I don't like it, but because his pants are blended in with blanket. But last night I was looking at the painting without my light, and I'm like, you can actually tell the difference. That's kind of interesting.
Mhm.
So it's just like you said, it's just trusting the process as you're going.
Mhm.
Trust the process. Because if you don't like it, you can always change the colors.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I thought that too. And my first painting, I experimented with my first painting because of the different. There was so many dark colors. I got glow in the dark diamond dots so that I could use, and I ended up, instead of the moon being the white or whatever it came. I actually put glow in the dark diamonds on it. So I
Talking
got
about the cheetah one or the tiger one? Or was
Huh?
it a different one? Remember the tiger one that you were doing, and then
Oh,
like the
yeah,
color of the
that one-
moon was.
no, that's the one that I did the cherry blossom tree instead of doing what it was the same color.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I experimented with that one too. I did that one all on my own. I actually worked with like 6 different pinks and made the cherry blossom tree instead of a white blossom tree that was the same color as the tiger.
Yeah. And
That
it
drives
looks
me
really
nuts when
good.
they do that. Yeah, and yeah, it came out really good.
That's because that's computer generated.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, that's why I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see how many colors of pinks I have and change this all around, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get it. I'll show it. I love that. I love that tiger. It's really pretty.
Hey, Rain.
Yes.
She just
I
disappeared.
think. Oh, did she?
Yeah, she went to go get her diamond painting.
Sierra.
But I can hear you again.
Oh.
Oh, poor little one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the tiger I did.
She's teething.
Understandable.
But yeah,
I like that one.
That turned out great.
Yeah, like this all right here, all this that is all pink was all supposed to be the same color as what the tiger was.
Oh, okay.
So I literally took my time and figured out different colors and made it a cherry blossom tree instead.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it looks much better that way.
Yeah, it does. I agree. When I started doing it, Shan's like, that looks really good. I'm like, thank you. I like it. The tiger looks really awesome. This was part of our this summer we did animals, and this was my one of my animals I did this summer.
That's really cool. Honestly, yeah, like if you can, you should almost take a picture of that one and send it to the company and be like, get with the program, man. Why are you guys doing this?
Yeah.
Like this design. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, the budget friendly companies, they
don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
They don't care.
Well, I would send it to you. The thing is, I'm actually trying to make a little bit. When I do these paintings, I like to make a little bit so I can get back what I put into them.
Yeah. Yeah, I sell mine all the time. If somebody wants one that they want,
Yep.
like Mama Redneck, I have to send hers.
Oh my god, I have to
And,
send something to her, but like my life has been a hysterical train wreck for like the last 6 months.
Yeah, I
Oh,
hear you.
sorry.
I need to send out a package to her, but I've got a package to send her.
Yeah. She just had brain surgery, hey?
Yeah.
Hey, Susie, good to see you.
Hey, Susie, good to see
Hi,
you.
Susie.
Hello.
Good to see you, Susie.
Mine is I literally, the only thing I do is I charge them the shipping that I thing, and
Yeah,
usually
that's all I.
shipping. Well, yeah, because yours is expensive for you. I charge shipping, and I charge how much I paid for it and my time, which usually
me too.
altogether really isn't bad.
No, that's what I do as well. I do the same thing.
All right, I gotta take
And
off
if
for
you're-
now. Thanks for having me. And,
Later,
uh,
Ambrose.
Hi.
the-
Have a
the
good
work-
day.
Bye.
the dots look awesome. Keep up the good work. And I'll
Thank
talk to you all
you.
later.
Talk to you later, bud.
I'm hoping by this Sunday this will be done so I can start the Christmas one. I really, 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 really want to
I
start the
was gonna
Christmas
say,
one.
I really like the Christmas one you got. That is really neat, and it's an
Mhm.
AB one. That's gonna be neat.
Yeah.
How many colors was it? Let me see how many colors it was. Do, 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 do.
I will, and I'll tell you, I do have a Christmas one that I got last year for Christmas, and I didn't end up getting it done because I was working on other Christmas one. I was working on Zero last Christmas,
Right.
but
I'm coming.
I have a Grinch.
Coming, Jen. There you go.
I have a Grinch one, but there's so much black in it that I'm trying to think of ways to change the background because it's nothing but black.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Like,
seen the Santa one? Do you see how much white is in there?
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I'll show you. Literally, the only color in the whole thing is it's Grinch's hand, holding a thing, and it says, "Is it Merry Grinchmas?" And that's all that it is. The rest of it is black, and I'm like, I want to do something with the background to bring it better, make it like sparkle, do something, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I was like thinking of green. You know, that's the only color I have never worked with is green. So I like to actually get green diamonds, so I could actually like put red and green diamonds in the painting in the background and make like bulbs in the background.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
So what I was trying to say, Rain, is when you do the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, it'll be really cool to do Zero glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Actually, I got thinking about it. You just reminded me. I have a new Zero to do.
Do him glow in the dark. That'd be so cool. Because he's white, right? So glow in the dark would be cool.
Yes, he is. But I'll show you what I got.
Yeah, the Santa workshop is 65 colors with 6 ABs.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I have in my wish list some Christmas ones I gotta order. I'll just go to Chantal's house.
She'll be like, "What did you buy? It wasn't me."
This is huge. But this huge Zero literally came from Team U. It's a 50 by 50.
Oh wow, nice! I love it.
But there's lights and whatnot, and I'm like, that's cool. That's not going to be too bad.
No.
What the main color of this one is 310.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
And 823 and 823.
Yep.
Oh boy.
The lovely 823s.
But you know what? 823 is more blue than
it's not black. It's blue.
Yeah, 310. If you want a black, it's 310. But no, I see what Jen said. Like around his face, like right here, to glow in the dark in the darker spots.
Yeah, I think that would look cool.
Yay, girl!
Yeah, because this whole section is 939, 823. This whole section here. It's not black. It's all different blues. It's 823, 791, 939, and 792.
That's what my first painting was. But I'll tell you, this is a 50 by 50, and I got it from Team U, and I paid less than $5 for it. That's cheap for a 50 by 50. That's cheap.
Yeah. As much as I love Timu, you still have to be careful because of the way that they render stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't had no, like, for real big issues with them, because look, I just finished my Eeyore, and it was a 40 by 40, and it turned out really good.
But also, Timu's just the
I
warehouse.
get it. Yeah,
I wish they put the actual companies. Hi, Eagle.
Hi. I did find something on Amazon the other day, which it costs 10 for the set here. It's a set of 4 little animal actual canvases for kids.
Oh, cute.
That's so cute.
And these are actual hardstock canvas.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool, and that's for kids.
Yeah. That's cute.
Oh, Dominic would love that.
And that one was 10 for the 4 of them.
Nice. Not bad.
No, especially when you have them on a wood canvas frame.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I was using that spot to sort stuff.
Mhm.
She just looks at me like, "What's your point?"
Mhm.
Come here, Panther. Come here, boy. Come on, come here a second. Oh,
Aw,
No.
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
cute.
buddy.
he's a cuddly
Like
boy.
He's like Zuzu.
Yeah, right? He looks like Zuzu.
Where is Zuzu? Where is Zeus? Oh, they're probably all on the bed.
I got him
Hobbs is underneath the.
summer last year, and he's just been my baby boy. He was such a skittish little beaten boy in the shelter, and now he's just such a big lover.
Shit, there's been some bread recalls.
Of course, there's been bread recalls.
Right.
Of course.
And of course, it's the ones I get. Of
Okay, hold
course.
on. I'm reading this. Detalian. Okay. Wait, Country Harvest? I wonder if that's the one I have. No, I don't think it is.
Well, it depends on where you're at too, because
Yeah.
you know,
value
every company is
for-
different. Yeah, and like
It's a great
I will tell
value.
you, we have some local the bread that we get. There's an actual store here in Fort Wayne. So
I forgot
Okay, Derek.
you're in Fort Wayne.
in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yep.
Okay. No,
Ooh, that sounds good, Eric.
that's funny to me because the freaking video that went
Mine is.
public of me ticking at the comedy show was in Fort Wayne in the beginning of September that it happened.
Mine is the
Oh,
Dempster's 12 grain.
You're fine.
Dempster's
Okay,
12
then you're
grain.
good.
I
You're
think I'm
fine.
good.
Then you're good. Yeah, you're good.
I
Yeah.
had to
think
look.
I'm
I was
the
like, I'm curious because I just had a sandwich, so I'm like,
No, you're fine.
Hey, good boy.
Do you remember when there was like a Caesar salad, like a romaine lettuce outbreak? Remember that
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
Remember.
I do. I remember that.
Yep, I remember that one.
What?
Oh, poor Booney.
Come here, boy. Come here. Oh. Come here a second. You're making my arm go numb the way you're holding. Boy.
Yeah, onions too at McD's have been recalled, so don't eat.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah. Canada Food Safety News.
Oh shit! You scared me. What's up?
Look at him. Isn't he such a cutie?
He is.
He's just rubbing on my arm.
He's like, keep going, mommy, keep going. Don't stop.
Aw.
Yeah, good boy,
Mama.
Panther. I love you. I love you.
Okay, thank you for Susie.
I love animals.
Oh, it came
Venus here in the chair
from
with Dad.
I've
it
got-
came with
Penis juice. Fuck up.
oh
I've got 3 of these brats. And you can tell how sad this is. They're so used to me ticking that I could literally spasm and say things like that. They just lay there like, whatever.
yeah, that's good.
They're so used to it. They know I'm not going to hurt them. My good boy, yes you are. Yes you are. First male cat I've had in a long time.
Yeah, all my boys are boys.
It's just how it worked out when I couldn't keep Lizard back when I rescued him as a silver Mal.
And
I couldn't keep him because his medical was just too extensive with the crap he went through from breeders.
Oh shit.
I ended up with a couple females, and for a long time those were the only cats I had. And then when I started losing them and replacing them, it just happened the cats that found me and needed me for years were all female. And then last year he latched onto me and became the first male cat I've had in like 18 years.
Oh wow. There's baby Sierra.
Baby.
Hi.
Here's a pretty girl.
There she is.
I
Sorry.
like that yellow outfit.
That's
I
my
like
best
it.
friend's daughter. That's my best friend Jennifer. That's her. That's her. My niece. My best friend right here.
Would you not need the boob that's kind of painful?
Very
Yeah,
cute
it's
then.
Squishy. Please don't mind the ticks. It's nothing personal.
No,
You're
no,
good.
you're fine. You're
No,
good. We know.
I did not realize that I was starting to actually tick penis sprout when I see children now.
You're good. She's just a baby. She don't know how to talk yet.
Hey, Panther. Yeah.
No, we always do a disclaimer before our thing, because we don't allow anyone 18. If you're younger than 18, they leave because of our topics.
I have a banner I use on my channel often that says, "If you're under 18, get the fuck out."
See, I
I should
say it
make one.
in a way where I tell people to go hide behind the doors in my basement because I have 5 of them.
Hey, Panther, can I sit you down and get back to work? He's like, no. I said, can I sit you down and get back to work? He slid his paw into my dress and grabbed onto the sleeve.
Aw.
He's got a hold of my dress from inside.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, mommy, sorry, no work today.
That makes
Yeah.
me real.
But when I got him at the shelter, which was July last year, he was about 8-9 months old. We decided with the vets and the shelter guys, the closest we could get to a birthday for him is the beginning of October. And he was so scared and abused. He wouldn't even walk across the floors. He'd literally army crawl and hide under things. And now he just runs around the house climbing on everybody, demanding attention, hurrying on everything.
It's because now he's realized I'm safe. I'm home.
Yeah.
And now every time I go back to visit my mom, he gets upset because he doesn't want to go into the carrier and go towards the place where he used to live.
Yeah.
Good boy, thank you. But he's just become a big mush ball in this house. He's a lover. Yes, you are. You're a baby boy. Oh yeah, grab my hand. You're gonna fall off there if you're not careful, you idiot. I know what you were doing. You're putting your stomach next to my arm so I'd rub it. He's like, of course. Rub my belly. Rub my belly.
Charlie's the only one that lets me rub his belly.
You're getting weird. You know that?
Ella will rub her belly.
Yeah. Not anybody else. Especially Mittens. Mittens will attack your arm, and you don't want that cat attacking you with those damn paws.
This may be an example of way too much stuff to work on, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I've got several of these books full of ones to work on.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
But
I just have them in a different container. I
I
have
like
a
to make them
lot.
all fancy when I'm done, so I add extra stuff to them, put trims on all of them, and paint the edgings and everything.
That's cool. That's really cool.
What? Panther, are you gonna be good?
My cat allowed belly rubs, but then he would attack after you rubbed the wrong spot. Whale cat, yeah.
I was gonna say, Wisteria loves her belly rubbed, but if you rub her in a certain spot when she's in heat, she sits there and kicks you, and then she'll start biting. when she's in certain moods.
Right.
Ow! There are times I hate ticks. Like trying to get through some things.
Right.
Probably part of why I went through hair loss. Tick with the brush at the right moment. Watch it go. Yes. Like, oops. I have the 3 kitties. I have Panther here, who's the boy. Yeah, good boy. I love you. And then I've got Baby Girl, who's in long hair tuxedo.
Nice.
And then I've got Ornery, who is a mongrel who looks almost like a tabby, but I know because I know her lineage and where she came from, that she's part Mal, part Siamese, part Bengal, and just a mix of other shit. And she has that Siamese temper.
Oh boy.
So it's like, even though she doesn't look Siamese at a glance, it's like, oh shit. She acts it.
Yeah.
Siamese
Kinda
are
like my hair.
very one-person cat too.
Yeah, she absolutely adores me. She latched on to me when she was like 3 days old. And everyone else has to like earn even being allowed near her. And she still doesn't like them. She has learned to appreciate my husband, but I mean, it only took her 9 years.
Oh, wow.
He's the feeder, so he also gets cuddles, but that's it.
Yeah.
Because I don't bend over well, so most of the time when it comes to cleaning up for them and feeding them and stuff like that, he does it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's funny, like that you say that like it took your cat that long to like tolerate your husband. My aunt's cat was the same way. Until she got older, she like the older she got, the more suckier she got.
But your aunt's cat was a bitch.
Oh, she was a bitch, but you know what? Do you blame her? They declawed that poor thing.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
You know what?
That is so
That's a
mean,
no-no. That's so
Yeah,
mean.
that is so no.
I know. I told her, and my aunt got mad at me. I was like, "That's so inhumane." She's like, "Yeah, but that was the only way my husband was gonna allow us to have a cat, so we got to declaw it." I'm like, "That's so
Then
mean."
don't have a cat.
Yeah,
like,
get
fuck.
a dog. Get a dog or something that doesn't, or a fish.
And that's why the cat was a bitch, because you got it declawed. Like, of course the cat's gonna be a bitch.
I
Like,
never understood this because dogs claw the shit out of things in a house too, and dogs bite the shit
and
out of
they
things.
chew shit.
And I've
Like,
never heard of something like, "Oh, let's declaw or take the teeth out of a dog." It's like, why are you doing
No.
cats?
Right,
Yeah,
I know, right? Like,
Exactly.
and I was like, that is so fucked up. Like, I would
Like,
never
it's like
declaw my
cutting
cat.
It's like cutting the tip off the tip of your finger off.
Yeah,
It's
that's
exactly
it
what
is. Forget.
it's a knuckle.
It's
a
not just
knuckle.
moving the nail. Because the
No.
nerve goes most of the way through the claw. It's the finger nerve that we have. So the equivalent
Yeah,
of
it's like,
cutting them off down at the base of our fingers.
yeah, like if you've seen how they do it, it's so terrible.
no, thank you.
Yeah,
causes
yeah,
so much
exactly,
mental
Marshawn.
issues for the animals
Exactly.
for life.
I was like,
Yeah,
that's
it
so
does.
mean.
It does.
Because don't they have to like break their knuckle or something like that, or something?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's very inhumane.
Yeah, I was like, that's so
Exactly,
mean.
Marshawn.
No wonder your cat was a bitch.
I would be too. Somebody took those off, I'd be biting them every chance I got. I mean,
Yep. You took my defense away. My defense mechanism away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if that cat escapes and they have no
It's
defense
screwed.
if they escape.
Yeah. Yeah. If they escape out of the house, they're fucking screwed. They can't defend themselves in the streets. No way.
Yeah.
I think my
They only
cat
had their
in 20 seconds if they got outside of the house here, but at
yeah.
the same merit, at least they have some sense of an ability to try and defend themselves. Granted, part of why I say I think they'd be screwed as fuck is because A, they have almost no survival instinct. B, where I live in East Iowa here is the area where all the eagles collect and hawks do. And we have whole sections, especially in winter here, where you go down streets or drive along rivers and stuff, and it's just like tree after tree after tree that's just like full of eagles and hawks.
Oh wow.
I was like, no, we have neighborhood eagles that'll sit on the neighbor's roof and watch our cats through the window. So it's like, no, I don't know. No. Fuck no.
I mean,
not going outside.
Right, Marshawn?
on the one side, Eagle, you have, protectors of vermin. Like, they'll just eat all the vermin. But on the other hand, it's cats.
Yeah.
It's like, I love eagles. I love predator birds. I love my nature photography. I have nothing against predator animals. But if you have pets and you live in an area with a lot of predator animals, you are a monster if you don't
Good to see you.
You know?
Yeah.
There was, when I was living back in the Black Hills, there was this dumb fucking bitch from LA, moved out there into the mountains, and chained her fucking small dog up in the backyard when she was in the mountain peak at the back of the city.
Ooh.
And then wanted to sue the city because a mountain lion ate her dog.
Well, you're the one who chained it up.
You chained it up. Basically, the lion looked over and went, hey, I don't have to work for this.
Yeah, pretty
food.
much.
Well, I don't blame the cat. I don't blame the dog. I blame that bitch. You know?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
The wrong bitch was chained up. I mean, I don't get people like
How's
that.
it going, meat?
If you're gonna
Just flying
have
through
pets,
the
if you're gonna be a nature person, if you're gonna be out in nature, or you're gonna have pets or other stuff like that, learn what the fuck you're doing and treat the animals right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you pretty much baited that animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bait.
I don't oppose hunting and fishing. I've done it to survive plenty of times, all that stuff. I oppose trophy hunters. I oppose poaching. I help fight against it, help report it in, interacting with DNR and stuff when I'm doing my photography. But oh, goody! Rick's comment sounds interesting. He says he has a question that's controversial. I want to keep religion out of. Does not reflect my opinion, but with a panel full of ladies, I'm curious y'all's opinion.
Opinion about what?
Let's go for
Roger,
it. Why not?
Let's go for it. Let's go for it, Ricky. Let's go for it.
I'm both centrist enough on most things. I understand both sides of the arguments, and that most things are not black and white.
Yeah.
But I can argue both sides of a political position, even if I don't agree with it. Because I understand at least what they're thinking. Because you need to, in order to have an opinion, you need to understand both sides.
Yeah.
Because there's way too many people on both sides who demonize the other side, going, well, you're hateful, you're bigoted, you're this or that. It's like, no, they just have a different experience that led them to different viewpoints. Most people are just trying to do the best they can with what they know.
Oh, wow, meat. Oh, if any woman...
Child support should be purely paid by whichever parent is not the breadwinner.
Yeah.
I look, women should be paying child support if the guys are taking care of the kid too.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree both sides.
I'm not a big fan of the abortion on demand culture. I'm also not a big fan of trying to ban it because there are medical needs and legitimate needs.
Right.
We should be trying to minimize the need of it and minimize the use of it and make it a safe thing for when needed.
I will tell you, Ricky, I was on the the end of that. I pay child support for my middle son.
But no, nobody should be able to just say, I don't want to pay the child support. That's a whole different ballgame. Now, again, I have moral issues with a lot of the abortion movement. I have moral issues with a lot of the pro-life movement. I really think we should be trying to just protect and minimize the death on both sides. Keep the women safe, keep as many of the kids safe as we can, you know?
Yeah, I agree
exactly.
with that.
I think if you're gonna play with somebody and have a child together, that child is both of your responsibility, not just one person or the other.
And that child is a separate DNA in life, which doesn't mean that abortion should be completely banned, but it does mean that the my body issue is a more complicated issue than that because there's another body in life growing.
Yeah.
And so it's complicated. It's not one or the other, I don't think. I think it's all about trying to make things safer for everything. And yes, I do think the whole notion of safe sex, and we don't teach how much the fail rate of birth controls, we don't teach a lot of that shit, and that needs to be addressed too, because that's where some of these come from. because people think as long as they use birth control, they're fine. And that's really, really
No.
not true.
That is not true.
No, I took birth control pills and I still got pregnant.
And
I never did that. That was something I've never. I
You never
I knew whatever, but when
Pros and
look,
cons.
I know, and I don't talk about it much, but when I had my first son, I was at the age where my depression started to get bad. I just knew, like, look, there's no way I could handle it. But of course, my mom had to have her and her best friend, like, literally guilt trip me into keeping him, which is why she ended up taking more care of him than I did, because she wanted me to have him. But I'm glad I have him. But I wasn't, my thing,
you weren't
thought
ready, but it was complicated.
yeah, but I wasn't going to have an abortion. No, my thought was I was going to give him up for adoption. That was it. I was going to do.
Another issue I have with the system right now. The average cost for women when they can't go to free clinics and stuff to get abortions is $300. That's it. The average cost of an adoption is over $200,000 in this country.
Yeah, it's expensive.
There is no fucking way it should cost the adoptee or the adopter that much fucking money. The ability to get a kid a safe home should be easy and affordable.
Yes.
No more expensive than the cost of getting rid of it if that's the choice made. Because that would discourage a lot of these. And also, we need to address the fact that there is a growing culture in the abortion movement that is about gender selection and eugenics and trying to get rid of kids that aren't deemed less or desired.
Yeah,
right.
Because that is a huge percentage of the ones being done.
Yeah.
And that really gets to me, because that's just
exactly
selecting what kid you think is worth living based on your own bigotries. It's like really creepy.
Well, and before you come up with that, because look, a couple of days ago we were talking about that, and I had said, medically, if it's one thing to give but we've talked about it, because doctors nowadays, and they have for many years, if they know that your child is going to have Down syndrome or whatever, their first thing is to tell you, get an abortion.
Yep.
Which I really do. That really does go back to the eugenics movement.
I agree with you.
I really disagree with.
Rick.
I don't believe that people should be able to just use it to get out of responsibility. I don't believe that
it
should be used as birth control, and I don't believe anybody should be able to just
Plan B
see stuff like that. Plan B is more borderline of an issue because it's right then and it's not as black and white.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you're coming to, and honestly, if you're going to be doing it because you weren't expecting a child, you weren't expecting to get pregnant, so there's no reason that needs to be done months down the road. There's no reason that should be like, I'm sorry, why are women doing that, claiming that's the reason in late term shit? That doesn't make sense. Medical needs, and the same with once you've hit 6 months and past, you can try to save the baby even if a medical emergency comes up. At that point, you can do a C-section and try, And it's complicated.
And I'll tell you, the one, like, look, if they made it but look, we all know too, for me is like when Hillary tried to make it that you can have abortion up to 38 weeks. That's a full-grown baby.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so I have a bias on this, and I try to keep in mind, because I do know a lot of people who had medical emergencies and sexual assault.
That's different, but that's different.
But so I try not to completely side only on the pro-life side, because there are people who are trying to go after miscarriages and medical and stuff.
Right.
That's an issue. But at the same time, I do side more with the pro-life side, and that's also partly because I've seen the abortion culture in the inner cities and stuff and what it's been bred as. I've also read the work Margaret Sanger wrote and how much she hated minorities. So I have a very jaded viewpoint to that. But there's also one other thing in this, when it comes to this being a personal thing for me. I have a godson who literally survived 2 abortions and spent 6 years on machines from the damage it did to him.
Oh, wow.
Shit.
He was born because he survived through the abortions, and the abortions were done against the mother's wishes to her.
Oh.
Oh.
And
That's
he's
a
in his
different
20s
story.
now. He's a sweetheart of a kid, but
Yeah.
he went through so much.
Mhm.
And I know so many people. The movie October Baby is a true story. It was partly written by the woman who actually went through it, and it's literally about a girl who was adopted, trying to find her birth family and finding out her mom wanted her aborted, and her twin brother died in the abortion. And she survived. And I think a common place where both the pro-abortion and pro-life should be able to come together is the Born Alive Act. If the kids live through it, if they're literally viable babies breathing air, you can't just let them die. You know?
I get that.
That's murder. No matter what you think about it, that's murder.
Yeah. And see, that's one place where I can't believe there's people who think there's something wrong with that. It's like, the kid's breathing air, and there's clinics that will leave them to die because it was an attempted abortion. It's like, at least try to save the kid at that point. There's some stuff. It's such a hard position because
I will tell you, it is a very fine line because our laws are so weird. Look, like what you're talking about. But again, I will bring it up because there was a case.
I agree.
I want to say like 5 years ago here in my state or in my town, and it was people I went to church with. The family got literally murdered because the kid was jealous of the kid. Well, he killed the girlfriend, the ex-girlfriend, and she was like literally due anytime. Well, he got charged for that child's murder because of how far along she was. Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's what I like about that law.
I think if you're at a point where it would be considered a double homicide for somebody to murder you while you're pregnant, then why is it not considered a homicide to kill that kid?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so messed up of like how the fine line goes between the abortion and then being like when somebody murders them. It just blows my mind how we're so controversial over shit like this.
There are a lot of issues, and I will not say there are not evil women who use abortion in twisted ways. Okay, I've worked with disabled kids ministry for abuse cases, hookers, and other stuff in the charity work and the volunteer work I do for almost 20 years. I have seen some really fucked up shit, and I've seen some women do some horrible shit, including one who, when the man she was abusing finally left her, and she kept getting herself pregnant and threatening to kill the kids if he left.
Wow.
And when he did finally leave, she not only aborted the kid she was currently pregnant with, she mailed the freaking body to him.
Oh my God.
That's morbid.
So, I mean, evil people exist on both sides. There's
absolutely.
Absolutely. It's just like another issue in this industry is too many of these clinics will cover up in incest and rape and pimping cases and stuff like that because it will hurt their industry if they report it. I've seen too many cases where girls between the age of like 10 to 17 go into these clinics telling them this was sexual abuse, and they just do it quietly and they never report it. I've seen too many times where pimps will literally drop the hooker off in front of the clinic and tell her not to come home unless she aborts it.
Jeez. Yeah, it's terrible.
So I really do think both sides of this have so many issues that we need to address because there's so many ways it hurts you on both sides if it's too extreme.
That's why it's such a touchy subject, right? Because there's so many opinions on it. It's either you're pro or you're not, or you have your own thoughts, and it's like, and that's how it becomes such an argument, which is why people don't talk about it, because it's, like, it's such a sensitive issue, and it's different everywhere. It's different in Canada.
Hey, hold up a second for a minute. I just really, whatever we're talking about, has literally got my video is shut down. I don't. We're not on live on. We're not live on YouTube anymore.
That shouldn't have been.
What?
We weren't even saying anything offensive in it. We were censoring.
Yeah,
the
I
words
literally
really well.
my video says video unavailable. They shut our video down. They literally
But
they haven't
the
shut us
chat-
down.
Mine's
They
still
shut my
live.
video
The
down.
chat's still
Amanda?
commenting.
Mine
Yeah.
is still live.
Yeah.
That's
Mine's
messed
still-
up. Mine isn't. Mine's gone.
So
But
somebody
you know what?
reported it. Somebody reported your video.
Yeah, I can still see it. I can hear us currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
On
messed
Amanda's.
up. Somebody reported mine.
Yeah, somebody reported yours.
I just went to Diamond.Witch and opened it, and I can still see us in real
Well,
time.
we
here.
Yeah, I know, but
Well,
I'm saying
okay.
somebody reported Rain's.
Okay, so I don't know Rain's channel.
Oh,
Let me see if
shit.
I can get there a sec.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, mine. I
somebody-
just looked at my video, got thing, but so somebody's took down my chat.
Yeah,
Can
somebody
you
is.
can you put your link in the private chat here a sec? I want to see what the hell's going on. Because that's absolute bullshit. There's nothing that we said that was inappropriate at all. We were very clear in censoring what we said.
Yeah, I see yours. Yours is live.
I just
Interesting.
did. Yeah, because
Wow.
mine. I just looked and it says videos unavailable. See now it's done because now it's showing again. So I don't know.
Can I get the link?
Yeah.
So I can give you a follow anyways here. And no, we're
Well,
absolutely
thank
allowed
you.
to talk about that. I've been on streams and stuff that have had much darker conversations on that with much more blunt language.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely
I was
allowed
gonna
to
say,
talk about.
but that's just the weird thing is too. We always it's 18 and plus, so we make sure like no matter what we're doing, it is.
I'm trying to find Rain. I asked for the
I
link.
got
a
it.
few
I will.
times.
I will.
can't-
I will.
can't
I will
find
give
it.
you the link. Here you go.
Thank you.
Got
Sorry.
it.
Thank you guys. I was
And-
trying to find it here.
I can't put it because Shan's controlling everything I say, so I can't type anything in there.
Yeah, no, yours is still live as
Okay.
well.
I got it. I found it again.
Okay, that's
That-
weird.
That's an odd bit.
It
but no.
is. But
I'm
when
saying
I
was
we're
click on
having
it,
a good
it said,
conversation here where even though we all have different experiences with it and we have different varying levels we feel on it, we were actually finding the common sense center where most of us need to be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So there's
just
no
weird.
argument. There's nothing going on.
No.
So
No.
And how
argument.
often can you get honestly a panel full of women on that topic and not have somebody argue?
Right.
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 So I was
That's
actually
why I
proud
was
of how well
saying.
we were talking and we were hearing each other's points on different things, you know?
Yeah.
I muted
That's
myself so I could eat because I gotta go get the little man soon, and I'm like scarfing down food.
I was gonna
I
say,
never
yeah,
eat
you
when
gotta
he's
eat
around.
anyway.
Yeah.
That's weird because like she said, it's not like we were saying anything offensive. Like we
No.
weren't. There was no
No.
arguing. It was just like straight up, you know.
But
Yeah.
you all know. But you all
Conversating.
know.
Oh,
I
it's
also have-
snowing.
But you all know I have haters.
It's
so
snowing.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got
maybe.
some dedicated stalkers too, I understand.
I
Don't
feel
worry
like
about it.
somebody was trolling.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt
Probably,
it.
yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's been look. I've been on YouTube for over almost 8 years. I have had on and off people either like me or
Don't
they
laugh,
don't. It is
Susie.
always it's been. And
No,
it
I don't
is-
want no snow, Susie.
Yeah, that's a bad word.
Yeah. It's snowing right now.
Oh, there's a train.
Yep, that's my
That
chain.
would be rain.
I've already dealt with snow this year when I was over with my mom in the mountains, so
Mhm.
It is very nice. It is very fall weather, but it is it's 73 and very windy. But it's very nice
32
outside.
degrees here. It's 32 fucking degrees here. That
Wow.
is 1 degree Celsius.
No, thank you.
It is
And snowing.
61 degrees Fahrenheit here, which translates to 23 degrees.
Yeah,
I
y'all got
don't-
cold weather.
That's
That's
actually nice
warm.
weather. That's
That's
That's actually
spring.
not that cold.
That's like
Spring.
weather.
Yeah.
Weather.
Yeah, we
Huh.
definitely have the wind. It's blowing and making all kinds of noise.
I am not getting up to go look outside, so I'm gonna just open up what the forecast a sec.
But
I got my door open. I sit right by my door, so usually that's why you all can hear the train on top of because I got my door open. It's so nice.
Yeah, we're close to train tracks too, but I don't hear it as often. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys use What the Forecast. It's my favorite weather app. It literally is. It gives you the weather with really insulting, crude things with it. And
I've heard of that thing, but
my
I've
favorite
never
one was
had it.
opening it up one time. I was checking the temp during the blizzard at my mom's place, and it literally popped up saying it's colder than Elsa's frozen twat out there.
Love that. But
That's what like bravo. And
You gotta go.
one time I opened it up, and it literally went. It's beautiful outside. Too bad you're still in Iowa. It's like, hey.
That's all. What part of Iowa are you in?
Cedar Rapids area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that area. I've known people from Corning
Yeah,
for like 20 years.
Born and raised in the Black Hills. My family's Lakota, but my husband, because of his engineering work, we moved here. So, been here a while, but I'm not a fan of Iowa, so it made it even better when it said, "But you're still in Iowa." It's like, fuck you.
But Chan, I'm gonna head off just because it's 2:10 and I have like 20 minutes to scarf down food before going to pick up my son. So I will talk to everybody later.
Bye,
Amanda.
I will say honestly, yeah, Rick definitely pushed for a taboo discussion, but I will say one thing: it actually made me respect the group more because we could actually talk and disagree politely and educate each other on things. And there's so few groups you can do that with anymore.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's just anyway, we've always, a majority of us, as we've known each other for a while, but we've always been open with each other, like different topics and whatnot. Like but it's good to have that conversation. You can actually have those conversations and have adult conversations with people and not get the damn arguments or I'm right and you're wrong. And
yeah. My side's the only right side, and
I don't like look. If I get those kind of people, I don't want to talk to them because they're just that's
closed-minded.
The way I see it is you're entitled to your own opinion. It's like freedom of speech. Like if you have something to say, you're allowed to have your own opinion. Like that's just
like what they say. Everybody's
whether you agree with it or not.
Like everybody's got one. Yep.
Yeah.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one.
Okay, Amanda. I can close it down on your end if you want me to, Amanda.
It just makes it nice though, because then she still has chat running with our people to be live on her part, even if there's Derek. Hey Derek.
Hey everybody.
Okay,
no, she
Amanda.
said no, leave it like I was telling you. Yep, I was.
Yeah. Okay. How's it going, Derek?
I'm good.
That's awesome. Good to hear. You're the only boy on panel. Look at you.
How come?
Wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time.
No, I've been busy, you guys.
Yeah.
What, scratch my ass?
No, trying to get work done before these cold Canadian winters come.
Yeah.
The only ass I have, your face looks like an ass sparkle farts. Just so you
At least someone likes it.
At least someone likes it.
So I wouldn't want to scratch my ass with your face.
Like we have, you can't tell we all have known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably the newer one to this group, and I kind of fit in well because I came over with. I basically met Diamond through the chat over on Tammy's. That's right.
Well, I met Shannon and Rain a long time ago. So
yeah, it's been a few years, huh?
More than a few, longer than some marriages.
Right. Well, shit. That's something like I've told people. Thing is too is Derek's one of the few first people that I got to know when I first started doing YouTube. So I've known Derek for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to hang out on the dorkier side of YouTube. I co-host a stream called The Knights of the Anime Table, for fuck's sakes. So I tend to be more on the fuck off nerd side of the internet. So it gets interesting.
There's never a dull moment on YouTube, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, right. There's so much
You can
game
always
drama.
find something crazy going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I was thinking, because my channel is so heavily based on all my nature stuff and art, it's going to kill any algorithm to my channel if I try to do any of the commentary goofy videos, or I try to do like reviews and stuff. But I've been recording them and wanting to do them forever. It's like, well, technically I have a second one. It's got no followers yet because it's been privatized like a decade. But I have a second channel that's already set up that I wouldn't have to do as much to run.
Right.
I could just put it there and see if I can get that one up and monetized too.
Hell yeah. I'd go for it.
It's just, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah. Why the fuck not?
Yep.
Because
it's like my channel. I do paranormal history and a few other things. So
I'm an artist and a nature photographer first.
Other things.
And that's the big reason I am that first is because A, I've been an artist a long time, and B, I don't want to obsess over all the things that are wrong with me or stuff like that. So I'm not going to run a medical mental health channel thing. I have nothing against people who do the commentating on what it's like to live with autism or Tourette's or stuff. It's not me. It's not, whether I have the conditions or not, it's not my style, not what I'm interested in doing.
Right.
And so it's like, I want to do the art stuff, and because the doctors always went, well, you've got so much nerve damage, you've got so many issues, you're never going to be able to really use your hands or muscles right. And they were trying to do this to teach me ways I could function with minimal nerve function and response. But something in that, demand avoidance, stubborn autistic head of mine, when they said you're not going to be able to use your hands and nerves right, went, okay, so I'm going to be an artist and a photographer. Fuck off. I guess it makes it easier that way. Just say, okay, I'm stubborn and bullheaded.
Yeah, you have to be in life to move forward. You have to take those steps.
But it's like doing the photography, doing my art, doing all that stuff. Doing the diamond arts, the hyper focus that art requires is actually one of the only things that helps control my tics ever. So I get accused of faking the Tourette's because I don't tick much when I'm actually doing like diamond streams and stuff because I'm really hyper focused. It's
and
like,
you're relaxed.
It's like,
why would somebody make fun of you anyways for that? That's just cruel.
Because there's a large percentage of people who are devoted in trying to disprove every person with any medical or mental issue online is being fake.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, and they're devoted to it. And yes, have there been some people who fake things for attention? Yes.
Yeah, but
that's the problem. Is too many people fix it. So other people that put themselves out there as having, well, you're just doing it for attention, and I'm like, that's not fair to the people that really do have.
It's also
not
really
weather, it's
weird
just
because it's actually not as many affected as people think it is. Because a lot of the ones listed as fakes they have documentation and diagnosis.
Yep.
But it's like it's crazy.
What is happening? Okay. I don't want to start a big diamond dot because I wanna do a small one so that when I get my winter or my Christmas ones, I'm not still doing that.
Right. Yeah, I totally get you.
I was gonna say,
So I'm gonna just do this little one.
But
right.
I have all this months to finish this one, so like thing. But I have, like I said, I have my big zero, and I have Grinch to work on for Christmas if that comes down to it.
Oh yeah.
I know. I get some people are like, "How do you get that done?" I'm like, "It don't take long. If you sit and do like, there's days that I hurt, so I literally will just focus doing my diamond dot, nothing else because I hurt."
Yeah, I feel you there. I haven't been able to do diamond dot as long, as much as I'd like to, just because like baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you
So
got
when she's napping, I can, but yeah, but on top of doing other stuff, it's hard.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It's hard. I can imagine. I barely diamond painted.
These are new glasses, which are designed to flex bend around the head and hold on.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
They hold really well. They're a little hard to put on because of the way they bend, but once they're on, they stay in place so well. And they don't break easy because they bend. So if I tick and hit it or something, it's not gonna fuck it.
That's
you
what
know?
she said.
Right.
I'm sorry. Fuck off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
Look.
Well, I spent a while with my mom recently, and apparently my ticks decided that their favorite nickname for her was Crazy Old Bitch.
Well, I will tell you.
Where's the purple though?
Saying how you, I don't know. That's a good question, but I will tell you. I have a friend that I've known for a while, and she has 6 kids.
There's purple. I was like, no, where'd she go?
She has a very autistic child. She has ADHD. She has 2 ADHD children. So she's been through a lot. Well, I will tell you, the church that we were going through, it was a great church, but their beliefs in some of the people were like the pastor, not pastor himself, but his son, who is pastor now, didn't believe in the kids having autism and said it's not real, and ADHD is not a thing. It's just the child's just making, the child's just acting up. That's what they was doing. You know, do you know what the messed up thing is out of the whole thing is? They eventually, his sister had a child who has autism. So, it changed their thinking.
Their outlook, yeah. Good. I'm glad. Because that's so narrow-minded.
Yeah, it is. Well, they don't have that. That's just that's an excuse for their behavior.
Look, I've had churches tell me I'm demonic for the Tourette's. Okay,
well, it is what is. Yeah, well, it's not. It wasn't. It's not a bad thing. It's just that he's pastor now of the church. His dad retired, but the church isn't what it used to be because he is pastor. A lot of people don't. He's not very friendly. I'll put it that way. He plays favoritism. It's when his dad was there, it was great, but they've lost a lot, and a lot of people have left. So
I'm a woman of faith, but all it takes is a bad leader, and you can destroy a church from within. Faith also doesn't mean that we have the right to mistreat other people or condemn other people who don't share our faith. We're supposed to be an example to them, not berating and abusing them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and that's how I felt. Like that's way like you said, making you feel like it's just crazy.
I feel like that's it doesn't give the right meaning. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, we don't go to church anymore because we had a bad experience. Where it's supposed to be like a positive experience, right? Everybody's supposed to be like caring and like not judgmental, but a lot of churches nowadays they're like, oh, we're Christians, love this, love that, but they're so judgmental and they're the worst type of people.
Because they misinterpreted the parts about loving rebuke, or you're supposed to call out when people are being really horrible people within your church. That does not mean you're allowed to be a really horrible person or judge people.
Yeah, and so judgmental. Like, what's the point of going there to talk that you feel you're supposed to feel safe?
Yeah,
I have said so many times that the reason why it was hard for me to fit in a lot of churches is because the church is one of the most judgmental places ever.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not supposed to be. It's contrary.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
It's not supposed to
it
be.
makes
Exactly.
yeah, exactly. But majority of them is they judge you for what you wear, judge you for the way you live. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to bite my tongue on using the word tribal in that way. I hate that modern culture has adopted tribal to be a negative. Really hate that, since that's also the actual scientific term used to define my culture. I hate tribal being readapted to be basically a negative, saying bigoted and closed-minded. That's not what it means. But that's a different discussion. I get the point of the comment, and the point I agree with. But that's it's this constant thing, because we're supposed to care. We're supposed to we're not supposed to love them into hell, and we're not supposed to embrace every horrible bad act they do. But that doesn't mean we sit there and try to make ourselves judges with God and condemn people and treat them like crap either. There's a common sense middle ground where most things exist in most parts of life. The extremes
I've always it's just me, but I've always said, there's only one true judge. So yeah.
Well, everybody was born with sin in them, so
exactly.
Again, this goes also to
even
the
a past.
To the hardcore feminists who like to bash on men and say men are all evil, men are all this and that. It's like, just remember, sweethearts, this goes for the alpha males. Remember, you had to come from a womb. For all you feminists who hate men from the same flip side, remember, you came from a ball sack like everybody else. All life came from the seed of Adam, as it's defined as biblically, which is why it's called a seed, is because it fertilizes the egg. We are incubators, not the actual life force. Scientifically, the life creation comes from the seed. And so we can't have one without the other. And because if you are Christian, to those who are, nothing against anyone here who isn't, if you believe in Christian beliefs, if you're supposedly a part of a church, the carrying of sin nature is supposed to be an Adam's seed. In other words, it's required in order to create life, that all life is born with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That was done so one side isn't fully to blame or fully guilty.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm actually eating. We've been live for almost 2 hours, so I'm actually, I gotta eat.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off because I'm gonna take a shower while my baby's asleep.
Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Love you.
Good idea.
Bye.
Later,
Bye.
Bye.
I would actually disagree a bit with nature not judging. Nature is extremely judgmental. That's how they choose mates and propagate the species and natural selection and all that. Animals are extremely judgmental in picking mates and deciding which kids they want to keep or which ones they're going to stop feeding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As the nature photographer and the one who spent, better part of 17 years studying to be a forest ranger before my medical took me out, nature's extremely judgmental to each other, actually.
Well, I was gonna say, but it also too is unlike us.
It's a different kind of judgment.
But they also know when they're like, if a cub, if they know that cub has something, they can sense when their cub is wrong with them. Like right after they're born. It's the same like the snakes, right? Mother snakes will eat some of the babies because the mother knows there's something wrong with that snake. Yeah,
because nature doesn't have the intellectualism we have behind it. We have the intellectualism to understand and to value all life, even those of us who are broken or not as perfect. Nature is all about survival of the fittest, which means they're going to try
exactly. So that's the way it is. Yep.
And that's also why on both sides of the aisle, when people say, well, animals do it, so what's wrong with it? It's like, just because it occurs in nature doesn't mean we should do it. Most animals reproduce through sexual assault. Let's be clear here. Just because animals do it doesn't mean we should.
Exactly.
Right.
See, that is why, others talk about churches and judging, and I've witnessed that. I'm a Christian, and I've been to churches where I would go to church right after work and they would judge me because I'm wearing jeans and my work boots. And And it's
Hi, babe.
this is why I walk alone in life. I'd rather spend my time out in nature with animals or walking around a fucking cemetery because
You don't, and I've always said too. You don't go. And it even says it in there. But you don't got to go to church to be Christian.
no,
Well,
No.
people
Or Catholic
misunderstand.
or anything.
The word that we use now for the way we use the word church now is actually what would have been used as temple biblically. And there was a
Yeah,
differential.
true.
The temple was the building and the process and the ceremony. The church was the gathering of two or more who share a belief to study it and celebrate it together. You can have church as a couple out studying your religious text together out in nature at a picnic.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And that's where people get this so twisted is we need more people, whatever your faith is, to research the original languages it was written in and research the word meanings that they came from. Because what's translated in the modern Bible as love actually has 14 different Hebraic words that are all translated to love in the modern edition. They all mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
And so the context is lost in a lot of these verses if you don't research the origins.
Yeah, I get that.
And present company excluded, of course. I don't fucking trust people. I don't trust people.
I don't either.
I don't either. No.
I've been hurt too much.
Yeah.
Man tries to control man. It is just, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
People have asked me, they're like, Derek, why do you walk alone? I'm like, because I feel safer alone rather than in packs. I really fucking
absolutely. And that's sad that we've come to that.
I had an ex who was a horror show, and I mean that in every context of the word. I was very, very young dating this guy, and he was really, really psycho. And I swore for so long after him and after a lot of the other guys I dealt with, because that's what I've attracted most of my life is really good looking, scum sucking asshole predators. And I've got between my mental issues and autistic issues, I have trouble reading through the red flags sometimes. And so I got very spooked, and I went down the I'm never going to marry, fuck this whole thing feminist route for quite a while. And then I met my husband in college. My husband in college changed a lot of things. And if you can find the right person that you can truly trust, things are great. If you can't, it's better to be alone.
Yes.
Yeah, when it's different when you find your soulmate, but not everybody finds their soulmate.
No,
it's just unfortunate that they don't.
And it's okay.
I would rather see somebody alone than in an unhealthy relationship.
Oh,
and ego. I was dating a woman. I was dating a woman before. The rest of the panel knows this. Before the pandemic, and she was nice out of the gate, like everybody is in a relationship. But then later on, I found out her fucking true colors.
So, but see, the ex was nice out of the gate too. The thing is, there's a difference between genuine nice, really have good conversations. You can connect on a social, spiritual, sometimes political, sometimes not. But you can connect in intellectualism beyond just attraction and niceties versus love bombing. And love bombing is a very real thing. And that is the biggest way that abusers hook you. They bring you in by over affectionate, adoring behavior.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know the red flags, it will suck you in every fucking time. And
I mean,
both genders do it.
I mean, she wanted me to take what my mom left me after my mom died and move to Alberta.
Oh, that one, yeah.
And and everybody in my close little circle said, "Why? So she can fucking spend your money and leave you high and dry?"
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm not saying I'm a perfect fucking man. I'm not perfect at all. I've made my fuck ups. But
no, we're not made to be perfect.
Is this what I want to just make the standard joke I've made since I was young and go, men who have sex on bottom can only fuck up?
Well, and you can't say. Well, I tell you, Meat. There's still cultures that make their children get married at a young age, just It's because they're in a poverty, so they literally sell their daughters to husbands so that the family can be supported.
The thing that a lot of people don't realize is that's still very epidemic, especially in the Middle East and Africa.
Yeah, because they live in poor conditions.
But what a lot of people don't also realize is a lot of those cultures, especially when you get to India, it's not just the daughters; both children are sold off to the other couple. Neither are given a say.
Arranged marriages, arranged marriages.
And that's what I was saying. It is almost always what happens. Even the man is an adult and the child is like, the age is usually around, it just depends, but I've seen as young as 8 and 9, and I think that's wrong.
God,
that is absolutely, I think that's wrong. It is gross. It is sick. My whole thing was I consider the arranged marriages cultures in a lot of Asia to be the same, because it's the parents deciding for this boy and girl they're going to marry, telling them they're going to be together, and giving each other things in order to sell their children off to each other.
Right.
And
well, they like a lot of them. There was a news like literally this girl was, I think she was 9. And she was crying on her wedding day, like she had to have sex being 9 to an adult male. You know, tell me, that's just no.
Wrong.
I'm with you on that. And the thing is, I've done so much research on this, and it's really heartbreaking how many of these you'll find. And most statistically to females, because the most of these arranged marriages are still occurring in the Middle East and Africa, which is statistically basically females they do it to. But like I said, I can't discount the other either, because it's being done to both genders in different parts of the world. And it's absolutely sick. I don't care who it is. I don't care who's doing it. No child should be forced to be with somebody sexually, and no child should ever be forced to be with somebody, period.
No, exactly.
God, no.
Well, yeah, and for their culture, it's they have made it to a point where it's okay, because it's to save the family.
It's norm.
You're doing it for the family. You're doing it for the family. That's what they that's what they put
family
in their heads. If you're
That's
doing
what the
it
royal
for the
families have been doing for how long, and all it caused was incest for them. I mean,
all right.
Well, look at in our own backyards in our respective countries. Look at the Mormons and all that other. You know, the Mormons do the same fucking thing. You know, they'll marry their kids off to members of their own cult or whatever.
Now, I will say that depends on the group now, because there are reformers in the Mormon group that don't follow that shit anymore. I'd have to acknowledge them, because it's not fair to lump them in with the ones that still follow the old crazy shit.
You're right, Eagle, and I apologize.
You're fine. I make Mormon jokes all the time. I just, in this series of a conversation, I want to make sure that is clear. Not all, but that is an issue still.
Yeah. Like, look at that fucking reality show that was on TV years ago. My Three Wives or whatever. It's freaking, I forget the name of it, but yeah, the guy had 3 wives.
Sister wives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had more than 2. He had like 4.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? As I watch them, he is now only married now to his wife that he's married to now, and it's Robin, his last one.
Yeah.
He has lost all of his wives because he's an arrogant mother. I have never liked Cody. He is always been very he has, and then he wants to blame the women always for all of it. You know, the way he treated Mary the whole time. Well, I didn't love you. Well, who stays with somebody for 30 some years and treats her like that? And then so I'm glad she finally decided to get away from him and make that decision. Christine started it all, but and then just recently he was trying to get Janelle to console with him, and Janelle's like, no, sorry, dude, not doing it.
And to come over to this part of the world, let's dip into South South America here, and how much of South America has not only legalized sex with kids between the age of 12 and 18, depending on the country, but there's countries where prostitution of minors is legal. Brazil. There's all kinds of other issues. In some of these places, the government's making money off prostituting out kids that are 12 and 13 years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the thing about that is, combine that with our open border, and now you know where her whole murdered missing Indigenous women issue is coming from. They're being trafficked over the border into South America. They know this, and they're not doing anything to stop it.
Well, in this, and that was also what too is you're getting to where those people are coming to America and kidnapping women and children and selling them on the black market for money. Yep.
Yes, and they're targeting Native women, especially for a couple reasons why it's so much worse to Native communities than others. One, it is because of the loopholes through the legal system with the reservations and everything else. The federal government the old court rulings,
and the government don't give a shit about them.
Well, they don't. Actually, there's a ruling in '76 where they literally declared that a jury of peers is not a jury. A jury of Indians is not a jury of your peers. So if you're not from the reservation, they can't punish you for crimes you commit against the res, which is absolutely bullshit, especially since we're supposed to be a sovereign nation. But it also has bred this thing where it's a catch and release, where the federal government is catching people who are literally kidnapping, trafficking, and attacking Native women, and they let them go so they can get more money from the countries that they came from. And this has been going on for decades, and it's been getting worse and worse. It's why the rate of women that go missing is almost now 30 times higher than any other group in Natives. I've lost family members to it. I was attacked as a kid a few times during it, being in the Native communities. And the thing is that those people know what to look for. The people who don't see me as Native, who think I look white, they don't exist in that community because they know Native features and they know who they're looking for. And so it's always been a thing, but it's also because when you're in those trades, they get paid by rarity, not by attractiveness. Right. So if you catch somebody to sell to these fucking collectors who's a rare minority or has a physical characteristic that's unusual or a rare medical condition, you get more money for selling them.
Yeah, it's fucked up with like when it comes to that shit. Like well, and it's too is there. I will tell you, there was a thing going around when my son was really little that they were looking for boys his age that had blonde hair and blue eyes, and they were kidnapping them. So, because my kid was like had blue eyes and whatever. Let me tell you what, there was like, he wasn't going nowhere. He was so young anyway. He wasn't going anywhere without me. So, but there's always like, I think at the time they were kidnapping young boys at that age because people were looking for to buy them children to keep them as their children.
They're either going to look for people that are the rarest people, or they're going to look for something that's been requested by a buyer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And it's scary. It really is scary. And the thing about it is there's such an epidemic of it, and people don't talk about it. The fact that slavery is in a really dark place now, and it's still so rampant in this world, but nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to address it because it's unfriendly, because it's unpleasant. People don't want to talk about the fact that albino hunters are still very active in this world. In Africa and the Middle East, it's cannibals who actually think that they can get superpowers or long life by eating them. And if you come over into the U.S. and the Americas here, we're hunted for rarity for sex trade. And so I've had to be hyper aware of my surroundings and people around me my whole life.
Well, and I was going to say, if you're saying what we can do is be aware of it, which is us talking about us talking about it actually is a good thing because
and be armed.
Talking about is things that
people armed for self-defense.
Yeah.
Sadly, we can up here.
teach the people in your life how to be aware of traffickers' behaviors. Look for the vehicles with tinted out windows that are watching you. Look for vehicles that suddenly speed up beside you and then slow down beside you and are looking in your car. Look for people who are doing things like one's in front of you, one's behind you, and another comes up beside you. Look for trafficker behaviors and watch for them, because that's where they'll hit you. And if they start doing that stuff, they will watch you to see if you're not paying attention. And the second you stop to get gas or do a rest area or something, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, be aware, and do not just let your kids run loose. I'm sorry to say, I don't like it over helicopter parent, but we're in a culture where you can't just leave the kids unattended.
No, oh no.
In the old days, they used to report on all the serial killers and all the kidnappings and stuff were reported. That's why so many people know about them in the 40s through 70s. They're still happening. In any given point of U.S. history, we've had between 25 and 50 known serial killers active. Current status, according to this,
that doesn't count, Nate, Ben.
Yeah, according to FBI statistics, this year they have 47 known serial killers. Have you heard one reported on the news?
No.
Well, yeah, because they stopped warning people nowadays.
I had no clue.
Look when it was happening in the 80s and 90s, they were
everybody knew
all over the news. Everybody.
I mean, you couldn't pick up a newspaper or put on the news without hearing something about Ted Bundy or Richard Ramirez.
And also, let's be clear, with a lot of these Amber Alerts and a lot of these missing women, a lot of these missing men, do you not think that some of those are serial killers who aren't being caught?
Oh, for sure.
A lot of them do, and I have. That's one of my things is talking about serial killers, and
I'm very into true crime and very paranoid, and that's partly my upbringing. And I had to learn hyper awareness very young, so I've gotten obsessed with true crime because of the stuff I've survived. That's me. So I'm very into studying that stuff. And honestly, Canada, you had some of the worst serial killers over the last 50 years.
We did.
We did. We did. As a matter of fact, I'm actually working to get an interview next year of a serial killer that's doing life in prison. His name is Shan. You've heard of him, I'm sure. Paul Bernardo.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, he's apparently they moved him from fucking minimum or maximum security to maximum
to minimum.
To minimum. So
I heard about that.
And Eagle, let me tell you this right now, Shan. I'm sure you're familiar with this. We have a highway here in Canada.
I was going there, Highway of Tears.
Highway of Tears, and that was a fucking prime.
It still is.
Yeah,
still is to this day.
Prime
location for
they don't care what happens to Native women, and it's mostly Native women targeted there. And look, people talk about we're not the racist we used to be. Yes and no. You got to remember, those boarding schools for Native kids and those private schools for Native kids didn't go defunct in the U.S. and Canada until after 2010.
Yeah.
I went through one of them for 2 years in the U.S. here. I remember vividly what those schools are like. Holy shit, do I remember what those schools are like. It was literally, it was a soft inquisition that was trying to viscerally train you to hate your own race. And they didn't care what violent shit was done to you in that school. In fact, sometimes they encouraged it. And I remember this vividly. I remember going through it. So it's people talk about, well, why are we so stuck on the past? It's like, because to a lot of us, it's not that much in the past. It was our lifetimes. A lot of us are still into it, and a lot of these issues still exist. And I do believe this absolutely emphatically. Every single walk of life has something that they suffer that nobody else does to the same level. There is persecution of everyone from Asian to white to all this. Every group has their own issues. There are issues with the criminality and the drugs in the Black community. There are issues with the guns and the gangs in the Mexican community. There are issues with the kidnappings and the sexual assaults higher in the Native community. There are issues with less ability to get help, less support, less aid, and the whole redneck hillbilly issues and stuff in the white community. There's so many issues in every community. You can't discredit that every group has something they need help through.
Well, I agree. And our government over here, they're still finding bodies of Native American children that were uprooted from from their reserve to Canadian schools.
Yeah, they're still finding them here.
I can go slightly political in this for a moment because Kristi Noem in South Dakota endorsed a man who tried to run for office in that state a few years ago who wanted to restart the forced adoptions and boarding schools for natives.
Oh, wow.
This isn't going away. We're still dealing with it. And wow. I get it on both sides because, well, you look white anyways from some people, mostly people that are in the cities. The whole urban Indian slur is a whole other rant I can get into because the slurs deserved for a lot of them. But because I don't deal with the bigotry often on the res. And the only time somebody actually said anything about how white I was, he literally got punched in the head by the guy that was with him. So it's not an issue on the res. The guys on the res are just like, hey, she looks like one of us, but she's pale. We like our white chicks. I mean, they're fine. It's the ones in the city that think they represent native culture, but really are basically like trying to act like they're inner city black kids.
Right.
That really tend to be the biggest bigots in the Indian community, and they are. And I went through crap with them because, God forbid, I'm pale as a minority. It's like, well, I kind of can't help that. It's a medical condition. What am I supposed to do? Like, just because I guarantee they'd be just as offended if I darken my skin too, you know?
Right.
Well, and it's the same incidents. Like what I say is, people assume that you aren't because of the way you look. Like I get it all the time too. Is there's no way that you're Indian because you have the bluest blue eyes and stuff. I hear that all the time. That's the number one thing with me is you can't be Indian because you got really blue eyes.
Even before the intermingling with white settlers, there's lore, stories, and documentation of blue-eyed Indians that existed even back in the Dark Ages and Renaissance.
The tribe that I come from is mostly known for blue eyes. I come from Cherokee. It's well known that Cherokees have had blue eyes.
Well, and there is some history tracked where there's a lot of science starting to come with it, including people in the tribe doing DNA testing that the Cherokee are at least part Jewish.
Oh wow!
Well, I was going to say I've heard that.
There was a group of 100 women who did a biological study to Jewish families because they kept hearing about these ties and other stuff, and they were from different parts of the Cherokee tribe, but every single one of them tested at almost half Jewish.
Wow!
Tested to specific Jewish families.
Excuse me, that makes a lot of sense, though.
And Cherokee, if you research the history with Cherokee and when they became known in this land, they came in about 5,000-6,000 years ago. They weren't here before that. And I love people who say that about the Lakota because we were here before. We went on a giant migration through the land, and then everybody pretends like we came into the land in the 1800s because we came back to where we came from. It's like, no, sweetie, that's not the same thing. Well, you killed the tribe that was there when you came in. It's like the tribe that was here when we came in was the other half of our own tribe, but it was a stupid civil war where we killed each other. Let's be honest here. That's not the same thing. And that's been shown DNA, but they still try to promote that the Lakota aren't actually native here. It's like, yes, we are.
Oh, but I love talking to you all, but I'm going to it's like been 2.5 hours and yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna shut her down.
I get that, but it is interesting, and I actually do have some Cherokee in me, but mostly Lakota. So
that's cool. I was gonna say that's like the Lakota is awesome too. Like, and my husband has Blackfoot in him, so like
Blackfoot and Blackfeet do have African origins. Even the tribes acknowledge it because of their lore, and there's mythology and lore and
he does. Yeah,
talk
you
about
can
the
tell.
migration in. They are.
He has the his facial features. He's got his nose. You can definitely tell. Like his facial features. You can definitely tell.
They migrated in thousands of years ago. They mingled with the tribes that were here. That's the thing people don't understand. There's so many tribes here, and there's been so much mingling between them. And the tribes here, some of them came from Asia, some came from Africa, some came from Europe, some were here before. And when you mix all of those together, we're kind of a mongrel race. We really are. And every race, we have such variances in color and shape and stuff depending on the tribe that we're all going to look different. Color really is no indication of ethnicity.
Yep, it doesn't. Yep.
Anyways,
Have a good night.
take care, guys.
Later, everyone.
Later. Thanks for coming up, everyone.
Thank you.
Be
Bye.
safe out there today. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's wet and cold.
Yeah.
Diamond dots on canvas bright, chatting with my girls tonight. Every sparkle, every hue, crafting dreams in shades of blue. Blue the jewels one by one, cross-stitch patterns we've begun. Laughter fills the room with cheer, creating joy when you are near. Glue the jewels one by one, cross-stitch patterns we've begun. Laughter fills the room with cheer, creating joy when you are near. Last stream of our golden thread, crossed and matching, never dead. Wip&Chat with hearts so light, girls together, what a sight. Scissors cut the threads just right, every stitch a shining light. Tangled yarn and giggles too, this is where our friendship grew. Last stream